Hi, I'm going to talk to you today about 3 books that I've been sent digitally by Netgalley to review. And I am so excited about these because these books really seem to tick all the boxes that I like in reading. The first one is The Light of Midnight Stars by Rena Rosner. I don't know whether you remember, but I read Rena Rosner's book, The Sisters of the Winter Wood, last year. And that was about fairy tales, sort of weaving the fairy tales with this Jewish history. And it was almost a retelling of Rossetti's Goblin Market. This one is published on April the 15th. And it's a tale of love, loss, sisterhood, and the tangled threads of fate. Again, Rena Rosner is talking about Jewish history and the persecution of the Jews back in the 14th centuries. And the blurb of it is, deep in the Hungarian woods, the sacred magic of King Solomon lives on in his descendants. Under the midnight stars, they perform small miracles, and none more gifted than Rabbi Isaac and his daughters. Hannah, whose calm can coax plants back to life. Sarah, defiant and strong, can control the impulsive nature of fire, and Levana can read the path of stars to decipher their secrets. But darkness is creeping across Europe, threatening the lives of every Jewish person in every village. Each sister will have to make an impossible choice to survive and change the fate of their family together. So you've got magic in there, and you've got history all interwoven. So that looks really good. And if it's anything like The Sisters of the Winter Wood, I will absolutely love it. Now, the second one is by Sylvia Marina Garcia. And if you remember, she wrote Mexican Gothic, which was a horror one that really got a lot of buzz last year. And so I was interested to read this one. This one is called The Beautiful Ones, and it's published on the 27th of April. Now this is what it says about this. They are the beautiful ones, LaSalle's most notable socialites. This spring, Nina's chance to join their ranks, courtesy of her well-chosen connected cousin and his calculated wife. But the grand season has just begun, and already Nina's debut has gone disastrously wrong. She's always struggled to control her telekinesis. Her manifestations have always made her the subject of gossip, and the malicious even call her the Witch of Old House. But her life is about to change, for there is a new arrival in town, Hector, a renowned entertainer who has used his own telekinetic talent to perform for admiring audiences around the world. Nina is dazzled by him, for he sees her not as a witch, but ripe with magical potential. Under his tutelage, her talent blossoms as does her love for him, but great romances are fairy tales, and Hector is hiding a bitter truth from Nina and himself, and one that threatens their courtship. So I'm interested. It doesn't sound as though it's the horror that Mexican Gothic was, but you've got you've got magical powers, you've got telekinesis. So Again, this sounds really exciting to read. The third one isn't published until July, and it's by Amanda Block, and it's called The Lost Storyteller. Now, this is a debut novel, and it says it's for fans of Ruth Hogan and Jessie Burton. I do like Jessie Burton's writing. And this one celebrates the magic of forgotten fairy tales and the power of imagination. Fairy tales. So I've got sort of fairy tales in, I've got magic and fairy tales in all 3 books, really, haven't I? And this is why I'm so excited to be reading these. And this is what this one is about. Rebecca hasn't seen her father Leo since she was 6. Her family never talk about him, and she has long since pushed him to the back of her mind. All she knows is that once he was a well-known TV star. When a journalist turns up at her office asking questions about him, she begins to wonder whether there is more to his absence than she realised. Looking for answers, she unearths a book of fairy tales written by Leo and dedicated to her. But what use are children's stories to her now? Cautiously, she tries to piece together her father's life from the people he used to know and her own hazy memories. Yet her mind keeps returning to the magical, melancholic fairy tales which seem to contain more truth than make-believe. Perhaps they are the key to unlocking the mysteries of her father, the lost storyteller, to reveal who he was, what he went through, and even where he might be now. So fairy tales. I am so excited to read these these three books that have been sent by Netgalley. I can't wait, and I will let you know as soon as I read them what I think, because looking at the blurbs, they have the potential to be really, really good books, and I can't wait. So I've got lots to do, so I will see you next time. Happy reading. Have a lovely day wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and I'll catch you later. Bye.